20 minutes. That's how it took OpenAI to respond after Anthropic dropped their newest model. This isn't just competition anymore, this is an all-out war for the future of AI coding. And honestly, we are all winning because of it. Hi guys, I'm Amrit, and today we are breaking down the most intense 24 hours in the AI history. Let's get into it. So here is what happened. On February 5th, Anthropic announces Claude Opus 4.6 at 10 AM Pacific. Industry goes wild and the benchmarks are insane and everyone starts talking about it. And then 20 minutes later, Sam Altman dropped GPT-5.3 Codex. Not a coincidence guys, not a random launch also. This was a coordinated counterpunch. So let us break down who actually won, what these models can do, and which one you should actually be using. First, we need to understand that these aren't just better versions of the same thing. These are fundamentally different philosophies about how AI should work. OpenAI went all in on speed and execution. And GPT 5.3 Codex is 25% faster than the previous version. And here's the kicker guys, this is not because the model processes faster, rather because they got the same results with half the tokens. On SWE Bench Pro results, the old Codex model used 91,000 tokens to get the same job done. And the new one took 43,000 tokens. That is a 53% reduction in tokens for the same quality of output. That's not just faster guys, that is way cheaper to run. OpenAI also introduced something called as mid-task steering. And this is wild guys. You can redirect the model while it's working. It's like being able to tap on coder's shoulder mid-task and say, actually, please change this direction. No other model does this. Now let us talk about Anthropic. Anthropic took completely opposite approach. They said, what if we just think deeper? Claude Opus 4.6 comes with a 1 million token context window. For reference, GPT 5.3 has only 400,000 context window. So Claude can hold more than double the information in its working memory. But it is not just about the size, they have also introduced something called as adaptive thinking. Instead of telling the model, hey, think harder on this topic, it automatically figures out when a problem needs deep reasoning versus when it can just execute. It is like the difference between a developer who blindly follows your instruction versus one who stops and say, wait, let me really think about this first. So now you must be thinking, who is actually better? Well, it depends on what you are measuring, and this is where it gets spicy. On Terminal Bench 2.0, which tests command line coding skills, GPT 5.3 Codex demolished Claude. 77.3% versus 65.4%. That is a 12-point gap guys. People on Twitter were literally saying it destroyed Opus 4.6. But when you flip to OS World, the benchmark for computer use and navigating actual operating systems, Claude Opus 4.6 scores 72.7% versus GPT's 64.7%. In this benchmark, Claude wins. On SWE Bench Verified, Claude Opus 4.6 hits 80.8%. That is absolutely crushing it on real-world software engineering tasks. But here is where Claude really shows its strength. Professional knowledge work. There is this benchmark called as GDP Val AA that tests finance and law tasks. Claude Opus 4.6 scored 1600 plus ELO points. GPT models, they didn't even include them in the comparison. So what does this all tell us? These models aren't competing for the same crown anymore. GPT is optimized for speed, infrastructure, and DevOps work, whereas Claude is optimized for deep reasoning, complex analysis, and professional work knowledge. They are both winning just in different arenas. But benchmarks are one thing. What about actual humans using these in production? Well, the team at Every, who are basically hardcore AI users who code professionally with these models, did a head-to-head vibe check. And their take was fascinating. They said Claude Opus 4.6 has a higher ceiling. One developer used it to build a feature their team had been stuck for 2 months. Opus 4.6 built it, that too at the first try. But here's the catch. Claude also has a higher variance. That means sometimes it reports success when it actually failed. Sometimes it makes changes you didn't even ask for and you have to watch over it. On the other hand, GPT 5.3 Codex is more reliable and more predictable. When you give it a detailed specs, it executes flawlessly. but it doesn't explore as much and it needs direction. Now here is where this gets really interesting for most of you watching. Both of these models can now do away with more than just code. They are both pushing into general knowledge work, basically PDFs, Excels, PowerPoints, financial analysis, and document creation. The stuff that most professionals actually do every day. You all would have heard of Claude Cowork, which lets non-developers automate file and task management. They also launched Claude in PowerPoint and Claude in Excel. And the cool thing is, it respects your formatting. You can give it your corporate template with your slide masters and fonts, and it will build presentation that actually look like they came from your company. GPT 5.3 Codex is going after the same territory. OpenAI showed examples of it building landing pages, financial presentations, and training documents. So this isn't just about coding anymore. This is about who is going to power the future of all knowledge work. This brings me to what I think is the most important insight from all of this. The team at Every said something that really stuck with me. The models are converging. OpenAI started with speed and execution, and they are adding warmth and creativity. Whereas Anthropic started with deep reasoning and safety, and they are adding speed and reliability. They are both heading towards the same destination but from opposite directions. And the destination is what they are calling as your coding model. Something that is wickedly smart, highly technical, fast, creative, and pleasant to work with. But here is why. The skills that make a great coding agent, that is parallel execution, tool use, planning before acting, knowing when to dig deep versus when to move fast. Those are exact same skills you need for any knowledge work. So, by building the best coding model, they are actually building the foundation for replacing, well, a lot of knowledge work jobs. Alright, now let us move to the practical question. Which one should you actually be using? Use GPT 5.3 Codex if you want steady, reliable autonomous execution, speed over thoroughness, infrastructure, DevOps, and clear and predictable output. Also, if you like the mid-task steering feature, you should definitely go for Codex. You should choose Claude Opus 4.6 if you want maximum upside on hard and open-ended tasks, finance, law, or complex analysis work, or the massive 1 million token context window. You can also use it for creative exploration over strict execution and working with long documents or massive code bases. But I personally believe most people should be using both. I'm personally using GPT for quick scripts, automation, and when I need fast iterations. But when I'm doing deep research, analyzing complex documents, or working on something that requires real creative problem solving, I use Claude. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. And if you want to stay ahead of this stuff, I'm breaking down every major AI release as it happens. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.